Hello everybody, Dominomial here, and welcome back to another episode of Ghost Trick. Last episode, we learned that the kidnappers kidnapped the wrong person, and it turns out the person they kidnapped is Camellia, that one character from, episode 2, and she is Detective Jout's daughter, and she accidentally killed her mother. Woo! Anyway, we're going to report the facts to Lynn, and we're going to, reconvene and figure out what to do. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jout's daughter, Camellia, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Oh no. Objection! I don't know, that desk slam just reminded me of that. I told Lynn what I had found about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camelia's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camellia, why do they have Camellia? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution? It's just too much! It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too. Like the kidnappers winding up and using Camelia's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could just be a coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, detective! I want you to stand back! Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Oh! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist! Please! If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just go home and... I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter? Oh shit, he's actually a nice guy. Hoo-wee! That's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Let me get into my Cabanella voice. Whoa! Miss me, baby? Inspector Cabanella? Whoa! I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. Whoa! The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Baby. Detective Jout? Detective Jout, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. What are you thinking of this situation, Sizzle? Lynn doesn't really know that Jowd is innocent. She just believes it from the bottom of her heart. The execution and the kidnapping are real threats, and time marches on. I'll gather information and see if I can think of something. This all relates back to me somehow. I just know it. Okay, narcissist. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanella, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you, baby. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty. And two, he tried to escape. What else can I do but haul him in, baby? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishments. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Jowd! I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But... Oh no! No, I don't want to talk to you. Lynn, what are you thinking right now? According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Huh? And so the kidnappers grabbed Camellia by mistake instead? Apparently, Amelie and Camellia are about the same age. Oh, okay. I thought Camellia was a lolly, meanwhile Amelie was a child. Okay. It turns out they're both children. That makes more sense. I forgot about that. The kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camellia to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Oh, right. You asked her to bring the music box. Camellia. What do you have to say, Justice Minister? My poor Amelie! Is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camellia. Why is a dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute. Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door? Yes, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me, my wife! It's complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart, what with him being so busy. Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head! Okay. Oh, we can also talk to Jowd. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping. Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution tonight. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die, and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple! Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camellia. What? Camellia? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be! And by the way, Camellia told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camellia herself. What are you talking about? Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camellia won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. Ugh. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Damn, Sizzle, I never thought I would actually, start to like you as a character. I thought you were just a protagonist. Is it true what Camellia said? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work, and she went in first. We have to see this again. What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camellia. Just the two of them. So, the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible! Camellia told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. Impossible move? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It was a ghost trick? It was a ghost trick! Oh no! Who the fuck killed her then? Ray? Ray, are you the one that... Oh no! It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That what it convinced everyone of. Even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presents, you know. The kidnappers who abducted Camellia knew about those powers too. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was.
Detective Jowd?
There's still... This is the difficulty when talking between Sizzle and Jowd. They both have very low voices, it's just the timbre that's different. There's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? An impossible move. Camellia was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of the gun. Right, that was an antique gun I've had on display for years. So, it wasn't part of the little lady's original design.
Of course it wasn't! It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday.
And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid.
Cupid?
That is true, the movement of the Cupid was very precise. It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it.
I don't know what to say.
I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camellia. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in.
Oh. What kind of adjustment?
The gun, of course. The gun, come to think of it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of the frame with the picture. Or with the frame of the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking.
So that gun really did shoot Alma.
I hid the gun before I went to the police.
You hid it?
I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective.
But you mean...
And that detective still thinks it's a music box.
So that's what was in the box? Huh.
I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in.
Oh, so that's what happened. Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true?
Yes, of course.
In that case, there's still time.
Still time?
Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Camellia didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camellia's sake.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Detective Jowd.
Lynn, where is that music box now?
In Temsic Park. Camellia left it there.
That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up.
Why are you talking about all this in front of the others? Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sizzle, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side.
And yet again, I say easy enough for you to say.
Huh. What am I supposed to do about the kidnapping if the... if she consents my presence, though? What? What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody. Don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camellia in more ways than one, and that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend. In more ways than one. Woo! What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? Ugh! The order still stands! Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement! As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me! And especially not that low! That is a really low bow. That is, actually impressive. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir! What? Whoa! I really want to steal Cabanella's character for D&D. I might do that as my backup for the Cyberpunk campaign. Shit. I just love voicing him so much. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with proof of Jowd's innocence, it will be meaningless if Jowd or Camellia dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Obviously Cabanella, right? Cabanella, I want to talk more to Cabanella. What's the video at? It's at another 30 minutes. I mean, it's just been dialogue this whole time, so I'll talk to Jowd and then I'll end it here. Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever gonna answer that phone if we call from there. If we call from here, right? But a telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost. Yeah? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change this situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camellia is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Well. Oh. Oh. Wait. I gotta go back to the apartment and make the call from there. That's what he was implying. It took me a second to process that because I was voicing dialogue. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. That wasn't a cough, but whatever. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Child's heart. I want to give that again. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Child's heart. And the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. For some reason, I almost misread that as mistaken-ridden rodeo. Which I guess also applies. Well, in the next episode, we are going to ride this mistaken-ridden rodeo till the very end and solve the case. I don't think we're going to do it next episode. I think it's going to take at least 2 or 3 more episodes, but you never know. Next episode could be the finale. I'm an hour 6 minutes into recording. Yeah. I'll go another hour and a half. Okay. I'll go like 1 episode, whatever. It doesn't matter because you're seeing this at cut segments. But anyway, in the next episode of Ghost Trick, we will see how to call the phone. Bye-bye.